Hi everyone, welcome back to Sports Kati. I'm Rohit here, and with me is Vaishak.
Hi everyone.
So we are back with Fans View. Another short review of Napoli versus AC Milan. This was the last big match of the year for AC Milan, but I could not watch the match. Nevertheless, Vaishak did watch. So let's hear about it from Vaishak.
Yeah, I mean AC Milan or Rossoneri, more commonly known as just Milan. It is an Italian giant, but they have lost their glory in recent days. But this season they have started in top form and they are currently topping the table in Serie A. They visited Napoli this Sunday. Now, historically, Milan have struggled in Napoli. So last time Milan won in Napoli is in 2010, 2011. That's like a decade ago. Now, you may argue this decade, Milan was not a big club, but the decade before, they were a big club. They won 2 Champions League, runners-up in one, the famous 2005 Champions League final. And so what about in the Northeast? Well, let me say Milan never won at Napoli in the Northeast. So the only time before that they won is in 97, 98. So in short, they have struggled in the last 25 years in Napoli. Let's get to the team lineup. The notable absentees for Napoli is their summer signing Victor Osimhen. They had been missing him with a shoulder injury. As well as Milan coach Pioli was sidelined with a bit of a COVID scare, and he was in a safe bubble. So he was in the stadium and in communication with the team. He could not join the squad. As you all know, the Napoli is coached by ex-Milan legend and ex-Milan coach as well, Gattuso. And Napoli has been playing brilliantly under Gattuso after Ancelotti left there. They won 18 out of the 30 league games. Another interesting fact is that, Gattuso and Ibrahimovic started in the match in 2010 when Milan actually beat Napoli in Napoli 10 years back. So they are joining together back. And now Ibrahimovic is a man leading Milan this season. Both the goals, scored for Milan in this match came from Ibrahimovic. In the 20th minute, the first goal was scored when Milan left back Theo Hernandez, put a cross from the left flank, and Ibrahimovic, pounced onto that ball, and Koulibaly could not reach him. It was slightly ahead of Koulibaly, and Koulibaly could not reach him. Ibrahimovic, finished it pretty brilliantly. The second goal came in the 54th minute when there was a counter, and Çalhanoğlu from a half line of the pitch made an excellent through ball and got Rebic into the box through the left flank, and Rebic crossed it. And Ibrahimovic was the first one again to pounce ahead of the Napoli defenders right now, while previously he was behind the Napoli defender and they couldn't reach the ball. This time he was ahead of the Napoli defenders and he finished it pretty brilliantly with his thigh. In the 63rd minute, there was a cross from Marco Rui from Napoli and from the left flank, and Simon Kjaer, the centre back of Milan, made a bad clearance, and Kessie got dispossessed after that outside the box. And in the follow through after that, again Marco Rui squares from the left flank, from the left end, and Dries Mertens could outsmart Romagnoli to finish it. But unfortunately, this relief for Napoli was short-lived as their central defensive midfielder, Bakayoko, had got his second yellow in the 65th minute after trying a tactical foul against Theo Hernandez, who was leading a counter. So Napoli hopes were really short-lived and they were back to 10 men. In the 69th minute, Ibrahimovic held his thigh in pain and had to be substituted. And we are yet to know how bad it is, but Ibrahimovic is very important for the team. In the 90th minute, another Norwegian kid. Norwegian kids are all over the place right now. Peter Eivind Hauge, that's how I think his name is said, is Hauge. He sealed the deal with a third goal running from the left flank, and this time finishing it. No need to cross. He got into the box and got into a good position, and he just finished it. A few observations from this match. Donnarumma, the Milan keeper, is finally living up to his expectations. He made some fantastic saves, altogether 6 saves in this match. And he was very important to keep Milan in this match, especially that save in the first half against Dries Mertens was very important. Koulibaly is in great shape. he had to do a lot of work in the Napoli's attack. He was dispossessed a few times because of the Napoli, because of the Milan's attacking talent. But you can see his heat map that, there's a lot of, a lot of his touches from the left flank. He pretty much played not only as a center back, but sometimes even as a left winger in this match. Another point is that Napoli was missing a good midfield, after selling Alan to Everton. And Bakayoko was having a terrible day. It was really sloppy, gave away some bad fouls, apart from the 2 yellow cards he got and the marching order. On the other hand, Kessie had a very good day. Benacer was also good in patches. Was a really good match from the Milan midfield. And Çalhanoğlu, as I said, that through ball is very important to mention. So Milan midfield was pretty much ahead of Napoli midfield in this match. And let's not forget the importance of the 39-year-old Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's a top scorer in Serie A now with 10 goals. He's ahead of Ronaldo, who's at 8. So it's the pretty much the oldies who is leading the goal scoring charts in Italy. All creative players in this match find the pass to Zlatan was the first thing they look for. And one important thing was every Milan player also looks for, Zlatan's appreciation for their passes as well. They want to know what does Zlatan feel about the way they play. And that's important to see that's the way, the kind of importance that Zlatan is having in this team. Let's conclude over here, since we are having a short review, as we all might say. You might have something else to add, but we would like to keep it short.
So yes, as I agree with you, let's conclude it here. We have stuck on to a very short time scale. I just want to mention that, Zlatan, it's incredible what he has been achieving at this age. No matter where he goes, he just is still the leading goal scorer in most of the times. So anyways, I ask to our viewers, as usual, if you like our content, do like and share. And if you haven't yet subscribed, then please do that. And until next time, stay safe and goodbye.
Bye.